I would say once you make that choice and decision to quit for good, the only two reasons why you won't succeed in that is lack of character traits. So the inability to do the things necessary to live a porn-free life. Okay. And that's not a judgment of anybody's character because character is not something that you're born with. It's something that's developed over time. So once you choose and decide to quit, you'll fail or slip back due to lack of character or lack of the belief within yourself. And this is where men that have tried for years to quit, lack the confidence and belief in and of themselves. So this is a lot of the identity work that we do. So a lot of our work is centered around an identity change. And it's coming from the place of like, if you don't believe within yourself, we have to start there and build up the belief that you're actually going to be able to do this thing that we're trying to do. So the tactics and strategies, I mean, we need to get you into a structured routine within your day. We need to get you into a training program. We need to have some regular fasting. We need to begin living in a state of gratitude. You need to become a man of service. You need to develop some virtues and values within your life. This is what we build up over the course of 16 weeks. But make a choice and commitment and then be willing to do whatever is necessary. Because I can tell you, like, you didn't come into this world addicted to pornography. So for you to say that you're never going to be able to overcome this is just a limiting belief within yourself. So choose, decide, and commit, and then follow the process and trust.
That's awesome. That's fantastic. So one of the things that I love that you said there is making a choice, right? Making a decision. And it's funny because I just brought this up the other day with one of my clients, and I was saying every time you make a choice and you don't follow through, you're literally building distrust with yourself. You're like proving to yourself that you're not trustworthy. And it's like, do you realize what that does to your psyche? Every time you go against the decision that you made or the commitment that you made, how do you expect other people to trust you? Right. And it's something that's so important, I think, in relationships and in life is committing to something. And I think men struggle with this. And this is where masculinity, I think, is so important because I think society is swinging. And I'm going to just kind of segue us into masculinity a little bit if you're cool with that. But, I think men, we are weak, man. Like men are weak, and it drives me crazy because when you make a commitment, right? Like we always talk about back in the day, a man of their word, right? It was a handshake or a man of their word. When they said they're going to do something, that's the way it is. Today, it seems like that doesn't really exist near as much, right? A man of their word, like a handshake and look, man to man, we're doing this or that. It seems like society's flipped, right? Like it seems, I mean, what are your thoughts on this? Because I struggle with it. This is why the muscular gentleman exists. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love where you started from there. I think Ed Mylett has one of the best ways of kind of, phrasing all that in kind of, one succinct sentence. I think self-confidence is built and kept by keeping the promises that we make to ourselves. And our confidence is nothing more than the reputation that we hold within ourselves. So yeah, when you say you're going to get up at 5 a.m. and go to the gym and that alarm goes off and you snooze, ding, we're keeping it tally. Subconscious is tracking all this. Then you don't make it to the gym. Then you have to rush to, because you snooze for an hour when you should have been up, an hour sooner. Then you're rushing to work and you're speeding through, traffic lights and you ding a car and you're like, I'm not worried about it. Like, once again, ding, like not a man of integrity. Man, you're speaking on like so much of why we pivoted the focus of Rebuilt Recovery instead of just helping men with porn to actually helping men become better men. Because I think that's what the world needs. The world doesn't need more weak men that aren't struggling with a porn addiction. The world needs more strong men because strong men don't struggle with a porn addiction.